These Extinguished Lamps by Uzma Iftikhar. Shiraz had been her fiance. He was a great athlete. He wanted to become the fastest person in the world, but he was murdered 2 years ago in an incident of mobile snatching. Since then, life for Rida had stood still. She surrounded herself with machines because machines did not cause pain or grief. She thought that machines were better than human beings. Now, each of her mornings began with a greeting message received through her mobile phone, and her evenings ended with her updating her status on Facebook. Her whole group at university was like that, a crowd of carefree people who had no social or economic anxieties. It was Sunday, but even after getting up at 11 a.m., her morning was as tumultuous as it was when she used to go to university. Her family consisted of her mother and herself. She will be gardening. Rida thought to herself when she found that her mother was not in her room. She fixed a hair clip in her disheveled hair, took out a packet of frozen food, prepared a burger in the twinkling of an eye, took out a can of Sprite, came into the lounge, and started eating the burger in big bites. Her eyes were fixed on a 32-inch LCD screen. Her mother came in and exclaimed, "What is this? You are stuffing yourself with fast food again. Rida, come with me to an art gallery today. There is a nice photography exhibition titled Hamara Karachi Hamara Nazar Mein. So get up." Her mother's tone was such that Rida had to get up. "Wow," she said spontaneously when they reached the art gallery. The beautiful walls were adorned with eye catching photographs of the city of Karachi. One picture kept her engrossed for a long while. It was a picture of an apartment building. Not only was there the darkness of the night, but also the darkness gifted by KESC. There was no light around the building, but there were some earthen lamps placed in a line on the balcony of a flat. An onlooker felt as if all the stars in the black sky had left their orbits and were standing in a queue, with their hands together, as though honoring the earth. The caption under the picture was "Aas, Hope" by Sahir Ahmed. "It seems as if my photography has impressed you a lot," someone standing behind her said. She turned around and saw that he was a familiar stranger from her physics lab. "I apologize for intruding on your solitude once again." His style was still characterized by politeness. "You are a jack of all trades," Rida managed to say. "No, I am just on a journey without looking for a destination. My path is my destination." His tone was so impressive that Rida was absorbed by his words. "Rida, have you met Sahir? He is very talented. He is a good photographer as well as a sculptor. I met him at Seaview for the first time. He was creating beautiful and sculptures of famous Pakistani buildings on the seashore. Minar-e-Pakistan, Habib Bank Plaza, Mazar-e-Qaid. Every masterpiece of his reflected his love for his country. People gathered around him, abandoning their activities to watch him. Then I came to understand how enlightenment comes from art. And Rida, each of his statues and sculptures reflects a couplet of Ghalib, Iqbal, or Faiz. People read these couplets and learn them by heart. He provides them with images that embody the message of these poets. When you go to Sadr Bazaar, do visit Shahir's shop. It is still a small shop, but I believe one day he will be the owner of a big studio. Her mother was full of praise for him, while he stood there shyly. Rida was thinking that he was like her, but his thoughts and his style were so much more imaginative. "Well, if you make my statue, which couplet would I embody?" Rida teased him a little. Immediately he recited a poem in response. Rida's silvery laughter echoed through the gallery. She had indeed been inspired by him. It had been a beautiful evening. Monday was a hot day. That day Rida's class was at 9 a.m. She remained busy with Facebook for a while. Then she went to the table for breakfast. Her mother was holding the newspaper in a state of shock. "Mummy, what happened?" She shook her mother's shoulder. The headline was about a bomb blast in Sadr Bazaar. "Mummy, news like this is common these days." Rida said with a dejected heart and put the newspaper aside. "But the curator of the art gallery just called and told me that Sahir Ahmed has been killed in the bomb blast." The tears in her mother's eyes started flowing, and Rida was in a state of shock. She stood up and fled to her room, leaning against the closed door, her eyes filled with tears. She pictured Sahir with his bright eyes, and there was Shiraz's face in the background. It seemed to her as if he had died just yesterday. Several moments passed thus. Then she wiped her tears angrily and went towards her social website. Everything was as usual. The same typed words, the same uploaded pictures, the same YouTube, the same frenzy and jokes. For some moments, she stared at the screen with an empty mind before she updated her status and her fingers ran across the keyboard.